This is Entrepreneurs Get Visible, the podcast for people who want more impact, influence, and income. I'm Anna Parker-Naples, and I'll be sharing with you proven methods from leading entrepreneurs that help you get visible as an authority in your field. Because anything's possible when you get visible. Hello and welcome to Entrepreneurs Get Visible. As we go into 2021, I still can't believe we're actually in that year. What on earth happened to 2020? I think there is an app, a social media app that we cannot not mention as entrepreneurs doing our best to stand out from the crowd and get visible. But in this case, we are not talking about how to get visible. We're talking about how to get heard. So if you haven't heard about it yet, Clubhouse is the app that is audio only. And it's a little bit like arriving and joining sessions, potentially like a podcast. It's hosted by a couple of people, maybe even 6 people, maybe one host, and you can raise your hand to speak. And the most phenomenal conversations are happening between entrepreneurs. The app actually rolled out in October, but over Christmas has started to go like wildfire. And they've done something very clever or annoying in order to get this off the ground, depending on which side of the fence you sit. What happens when you want to join Clubhouse? You just can't get in just anyhow. You have to wait until somebody gifts you an invite. And each person who joins Clubhouse only gets one invite to share when they arrive. Now, what's quite clever is that the more you interact, the more you take part in rooms, which is what they call the events, the more you host rooms, the more you host these events, the more invites you get to share with your friends and family and your networks. And also, the more rooms you will see in your feed. So this is an app that is very much rewarding being part of the network, showing up and taking part. And I've seen people over the Christmas period, once they're in, just spend hours and hours and hours in there. What's incredible though is the depth of the conversations that are happening, the level and depth of content that is being shared among 6, 7 and 8-figure business owners about how to build and scale a business. This is a place whereas on Facebook and on Twitter, we can share a little bit about what we think. Actually being given that voice and given that opportunity to network with people on that level is really intense. So if you aren't on Clubhouse yet, if you've not yet got your invite, let your networks know on Facebook and LinkedIn that this is something you want. Get them to remember you so that when they get that invite, they know they can send it your way. The other thing that you can do is you can actually go over to the Clubhouse app, which right now is only available to iPhone users. So Android, again, there's a whole load of FOMO going on about which platforms you're on and which ones you're not. What you can do is go over to the Clubhouse app or the Clubhouse website and apply to reserve your handle. You can find me at Anna PN. Unfortunately, I couldn't go for Anna Parker-Naples because there were too many letters. They only have a 15 count limit and my name is 16. So you can find me at Anna PN. And as we go into 2021 and my children are back at school, you'll be finding me over there quite a lot, hosting things about visibility, about podcasting, about how you can amplify your message. Because I know many of you out there do want to connect with people, do want to get your message heard, do want to be networking at a high end. And I think Clubhouse allows this to happen. I think one of the pitfalls is that fear of not being present when things are going on. And I can see this being an app that becomes even more time consuming than us scrolling on our phones for Facebook and LinkedIn. The plus side is that as a listener, this is something that's portable in the same way that we love podcasts because we can be out walking. You could be tuned into a room on Clubhouse listening to the most amazing conversations happening live, raw, unscripted between individuals who potentially have never met before but are really influential in your field. You can be the fly on the wall in that conversation. So you can have this passive learning whilst you're going about your everyday. And I think from that perspective, it's going to be incredibly powerful. I can see it potentially becoming a bit of a time suck. So I do think you need to think about how you manage your time. And one of the best ways to do that is to host your own rooms. Not only do you get rewarded by the app for hosting your own rooms, but this is how you can create yourself as an authority. This is how you can become that mover and that shaker. And people remember what you're showing up for again and again and again. So this is the new kid on the block for 2021. I would love to know. Let me know wherever you're listening to this. Get in touch. Are you on Clubhouse? Come and find me at Anna PN, and let's get out there and have some great conversations about why we want to share our messages, why it's important. And I think this is going to be a powerful vehicle for getting our messages out there. Now, some people have been saying they think that the success of Clubhouse app is going to mean the death of podcasts. I actually think it is far from that. I think more people are going to tune into audio. More people are going to be tuning into podcasts because on the Clubhouse app, you can't necessarily, as the listener, pick and choose who you're listening to because it is the host that is responsible for allowing a certain person to speak. But on a podcast, we can still be really picky about the content that we bring to you. We know what we're delivering. And obviously the production values are completely different. So there we are. If you are not on Clubhouse, make sure you go and reserve your name and get in there and play around with the app. What happens when a new social media really takes off is that the algorithms go nuts. You're going to get so much reach. You're going to get so much involvement, particularly because this is now gone from early adopters to almost veering on mainstream. Get yourself in there, learn how it works. You're not going to regret it for building your brand. Within hours of being in there, within minutes of hosting rooms, I have had people follow me. I've had them reach out to me. I've had them go and listen to my podcast. This is going to become a powerful way to stand out from the crowd.
Thank you for listening to Entrepreneurs Get Visible. To get your free checklist on how to raise your profile and to find out about our community, go to annaparkernaples.co.uk/get visible.